Hello, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How you doing? HP Marlana here with Goddess Living, or Goddess Living here with HP Marlana. How you doing? So I told you guys last week I will be back every Saturday so we can discuss different things about spirituality, about Goddess Living, about what you can do to pretty much improve your life all around. My name is HP Marlana. I'm all about the divine feminine, the upliftment and the empowerment of the divine feminine. I have a YouTube channel. I've been a spiritual healer for probably, I would say officially 5 to 10 years, but I've always been into it since birth, since I was a child. I would always see certain things, hear certain things, feel certain things that may be out of the blue or out of just a little different from others. And as I've grown up in the church, I grew up knowing that, what I felt and certain things that I knew about may not always be the best thing to do. So I pretty much kept my gifts a secret for a very long time. And as I continue to grow into who I am today, I've had to go through many challenges. So good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. So today we're going to be talking about smudge bundles. We're going to make a smudge bundle. We have the sage smudge bundles that I carry, but today we're going to make our own sage bundle and with lavender. So sage helps to clear away negative energy, but lavender helps to bring forth loving energy. So with that in mind, I wanted to do a lavender bundle. So as we know, we just had a full moon. So just to show you kind of what we'll be creating today, this is one of the bundles that I carry on my site. We have all kinds of sage smudge bundles, and some have crystals on them. This one here is amethyst. And this one also has flowers in it as well. I hope you guys can see that clearly. And then it also has, it looks like a little lavender in there as well. But with this, you are again putting forth the intentions of clearing out anything negative. So we're going to talk to you about how to sage. We're going to talk about the meanings of saging and the reasons why. I mean, from native terms to African traditions, why we use these types of smoking type means to clear energy. You don't always have to use sage. You can use other things, like we smoke with frankincense, straight frankincense as well. You can smoke your body even. I mean, the smoking just allows you to kind of clear certain energies out of your atmosphere. And that's what you want to do. Not only your atmosphere like your home, because you can sage your home, of course, as well. And I don't want to say of course, because we have some newcomers here who are not always very familiar with saging. So all of that to say, as you're cleansing your home, you can cleanse a relationship, you can cleanse the body of friends, family, whatever you feel like you need to do to kind of cleanse those energies. So you can use sage for that. Like I said, you can use frankincense for that. But in America, we tend to gravitate more towards the saging because the Native Americans, they use the sage bundles to clear their spaces and things of that nature. So taking in the traditions of the Native Americans, then we use a lot of the times the sage. But in the African traditions, I've used frankincense in the past as well to cleanse my yoni, to cleanse my other areas, my body. So there's other ways of smudging. So today we're going to talk, like I said, more about the lavender smudging, bringing forth that beautiful loving energy, bringing forth and cleansing your space so you can really enjoy the angelic presence. But we're going to make a bundle with both sage and both lavender. So like I said, this is one of the bundles that I carry, and I'll show you some of the other bundles that I carry on my website, which just is something easy for you to kind of get if you don't have time. But this is one that I created, and isn't that pretty? I just hope you guys like that. We have the selenite crystal on here. We have, all lage. I was about to say lavender sage. I just make up words. We have lavender in here. So these are all lavender leaves from my yard. And then we also have other beautiful flowers in here, and hopefully you can see the lavender right in here, but these are lavender leaves. And then here I also have sage. So as you guys know, I have we carry herbs also on my website. So this is white sage here that I've also added into my lavender bundle. So I'm so excited. I went on ahead and did this prior to, so you guys can see what we're trying to accomplish here at the end goal. After I created my sage bundle, then we're going to basically put it in the oven for a little while. So just to let you know, so there's a few things here that you may need to do. So that was the sage bundle that I created, but it has not been dried yet. So then you have to dry it in order to be able to take advantage of the candlelight. So you have to dry it. So just to show you quickly the one that I created, this is one that I created with roses, again, the lavender leaves, again, bringing forth this beautiful energy. So I'm just going to light one just to show you kind of how it goes. You just go ahead and you light it, and then you just let it smoke. But let me make it clear to you guys. So this is my candle, right? And so it's smoking, but you definitely have to open a window. Let me open this. I might need 2 hands, guys. Let me see. Just open it a little bit. Just crack the window, open it up. Because what you're trying to do is, usually when you're saging, you're also trying to make sure that you guys are able to move the energies. So in order to move the energies, you definitely have to open a window, open a door. Usually with saging, we open up the doors or the windows in order to move energies out of your atmosphere. So that could be negative energies. This could be negative spirits that you want out of your atmosphere. There are so many different things you can do. I personally also saged my my brother's wedding. So we were actually in Jamaica. I mean, it was a beautiful resort. By the way, hello to everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. How you guys doing? We had a beautiful wedding. Good morning, in Jamaica, and we stayed at, where did we go? I think we stayed at the Sandals Resort, and it was a beautiful resort. I had never been to a Sandals. This was a few years ago, and they asked me to sage their wedding. So what I did was I saged them both separately with the actually with a lavender sage bundle. I saged them separately, and then I saged them during the ceremony. It was so beautiful. And then I was able to pray over them, lift any spirits that were on their individual connections, and then sage and bring them together as a whole. It was beautiful. I really enjoyed it. But these are different things that you can do in order to kind of, again, cleanse that energy, keep the good energy in your atmosphere. I don't know if you guys know, but like I said, I have a YouTube channel. So many times I do readings. So I mainly do readings, and I give guidance to the divine feminine and also to each individual sign. So if you're a Cancer, Scorpio, you can go watch your readings there. Or any sign, actually. You can go watch your readings on YouTube. It's Graceful Healing Intuitive Tarot. But I've been doing it. I've been on YouTube for over a few years. So I want to say like over 3 or 4 years. And so it might have been about 3 years that I was actually on YouTube to where I had my own channel, but I was behind the scene on other people's channels, helping them out with their readings. And so I really enjoyed the camaraderie, coming together, and things of that nature. By doing so, I was also able to, again, bring forth different messages, which also brings you into an atmosphere where you may have spirits around you, whether you like it or not. And so over time, I've had to learn how to allow them to come in and let them go out, and allow different family members to come in and slowly let them go out. Actually, last year, I went on a little journey to where I learned a little more, and I took an advanced mediumship class down in, I think it was Virginia Beach at ARE. And it was it was ran by, I think it was Jonathan Holland. It was also ran by a nun, also, I forget her name too, but she's out of Lilydale in New York, so you guys can look that up. But they have a whole, you know, community of spiritualists there. And so it was just wonderful to go into an environment where there were people that were like-minded, that understood that spirits come in and out, that we have this other realm that we're dealing with, right? And so especially if you're sensitive, especially if you are empathic, then these are some of the tools you may need in order to kind of cleanse your space. I'm looking around and I know you're probably looking like, what is she looking at? But I have so much stuff around me right now that I just want to kind of show you. So we have sage bundles. We have the lavender that we're going to use in order to create our lavender sage bundle today. I got some twine just to show you guys. We got some twine here. So we're just going to wrap it up with the twine, or you can have string, yarn. I prefer not yarn, actually something a little tighter, but like string, or I would like to say, yeah, some type of string. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. We also have a friend of mine, an amazing friend of mine. She creates sage spray. So I love that also because you can travel with this. And I use it all the time. As a matter of fact, I've had this for a few years and it still smells of pure sage. It's beautiful, and I sage my energy with this sage spray here. So, but it has a mixture of different things in it, which I love. So this helps clear, you know, it blesses your space. It blesses crystals, your space, and yourself. So you can use it on yourself as well. But it also has, let me see. So it's white sage in here. It does have the frankincense in here. So that's where all that comes from, because all of those things are normally used in ceremonial healings. And so that's kind of what you want to do. You want to heal your space. You want to heal yourself in the process. So again, today we're going to create a sage bundle, I want to say a lavender bundle with a hint of sage, because I want to bring in a beautiful, loving energy. I want to open up my space to bring in the beautiful angels and the spirit of the angels, great loving energy into my space. So first and foremost, what we have to do, right, is open the windows, because we don't want to just keep in essence, when you're moving energy, you want to move energy in, but you have to first move energy out. I like to say, and I want to say I had a conversation with someone just earlier this week, and I said, yeah, I can't fill a cup that's already full. So therefore, if you need my assistance, or you want my assistance with whatever it is that you'd like me to do with you, then you're going to have to get rid of some of your mindset, your thinking, your current thinking, in order to bring in any newness that I can help you with. So basically, if you're packed tight, like I always tell people, you have to pour into yourself. And many times we're giving from a cup that is empty. But some people, they will take all your cup, take all of your loving energy, and hold it in, and take everybody else's loving energy, hold it in. And sometimes that might even be, because sometimes they're taking in energy that may not be so loving. And so then therefore you're in there with toxic energy. So in order to let go of, you know, past wounding, all those types of energies, you want to kind of just take that time, of course, during the full moon. Of course, during, and I hate to keep saying of course, so this is because, you know, I know we have some people here who may not be as familiar. So during the full moon, during the new moon, even when you don't see the moon, you're able to move these energies, transmute these energies. So I'm a Cancer sun, by the way, so I am run by the moon. So for me, this is in essence my way of moving energy. And I'm telling you, every time the full moon comes, I'm always like in it, like something new is happening. You know, my life is moving in unexpected ways. So we just had a full moon October 1st, right? And so what I did was, what did I do? I went with some young ladies, and I mean young ladies from the ages 5 through my age, okay? And we had a ball, just cleansing the energy, cleansing away what no longer served us. So we had a kind of like a goddess circle. So we did a full moon ritual and ceremony with young ladies through, like I said, to my age. And I am older than I look, so don't get it twisted, okay? So But we had a great time. And um, what we learned there was in that space, we helped the young ladies to learn about what naturally comes to them. One of the things that I recognized when I was younger was that a lot of my gifts were not cultivated easily. It was not helped. It was not loved. It was not. So if I said that I heard you while I was asleep, or I felt some bad energy around me and it was dismissed, then you kind of grow up feeling like, okay, these energies are not important. It's okay because it was dismissed as a child or as a youngster. So you then grow up kind of feeling like, okay, and then in certain religious settings, it also kind of tells you that that's not okay to have these thoughts, to talk about certain things, because it's considered witchcraft in essence. So it's this negativity towards almost innate sense of capability while you are as a youngster, while you're a youngster, while you are young, while you are impressionable, while you're pure. And so what I definitely wanted to do, and a part of Graceful Healing Retreat, was to start the Institute. So I started the Institute a while ago to where we will train up those who want to be trained in all sorts of different healing modalities. So I have retreats here in the Maryland, D.C. area where we actually do glamping. We do different spiritual activities with a variety of women. It is a feminine retreat. It is definitely built towards and for only the goddess feminine energy. And because we deal with all kinds of things when it comes to wounds, your womb, wounding as a feminine, birthing. So I also help, and I'm a birthing advocate. I'm also the president of the Herbalist Guild, Washington, D.C. area. I'm also a healer. I've learned Reiki, angel healing. And I mean, this has all been going on for the last 20 years. So I'm always in a state of learning. So I always wanted to give back and start teaching others, especially those in the community, what it is to kind of go with your innate sensibility. When I want to say, I had a dream, maybe, I want to say a few years ago, but I really feel like it was longer than that. It might have been it was probably before I even started Graceful Healing Retreat. I had a dream where I basically, it was a dream speaking towards, it was family members, loved ones, spiritual guides, and I was one of the spirits in the room watching this. And they were saying to me that it's a shame that we don't love our gifts like others love our gifts. In essence, the gifts that I was innately brought here with my high priestess ancestry, it's like it was not cultivated. Again, it was not allowed. So it's a shame because it was in essence demonized. Although this is my ancestry, although this is where I come from, although this is my family, although this is what my spirit came here to do, in certain settings, it was demonized. And so many times in our communities, a lot of our gifts are demonized. And unless it is certified, masterized by the education system or by some other source to say it's okay for you now to be a prophetess or a prophet, or it's now okay for you to practice certain things because we have allowed you, in essence, I have a problem with that. Now, if you guys don't know me, let me make it clear. HP Marlana really has no cut cards, okay? I know I seem all nice and dainty right here, but let me make it clear to you, I will not be controlled, held back, shut down, none of that good stuff. So I try to keep it nice because really what I've been trying to do, and let me just be honest with you guys, I've been trying, and good morning everyone. And just to be honest with you guys, I've been trying to basically wed my Graceful Healing Retreat with my high priestess self because I had been going through my own torn journey. And now I'm in the process of wedding the two together. And by doing so, it's been kind of, okay, do I do this on this channel, or can I do this? Can I add this to this channel over here? So I purposely have 2 different Instagrams, 2 different YouTubes, 2 different Facebooks, now 3 or 4 different Facebooks with some of the other activities that I have, in order to separate all these different parts of my life. And sometimes, even as I grew up, I was like, can I do all these things? And as I've been gifted to love on all of these different energies, whether it be the crystals, whether it be the herbs. By the way, I have a degree in accounting, and I'm in accounting as far as my professional career, but Lord knows I really want to move strictly into what I love, and that's the upliftment of the feminine, the empowerment of the feminine from young ages on up. And if I could do this full time, trust me, I would. But, you know, I grew up in a way to where I remember even when I wanted to become a social worker, because again, I wanted to help people. And my mother actually is a social worker, and she's a social worker for the homeless. And she's worked with the homeless for over 25 years. And then she also worked with people who had different, I think autism, and I think some of them had other different challenges. She worked with them before she worked with the homeless. And now she's kind of working with people who are in drug rehabilitation, and again, kind of in that social work arena. So at some point, I wanted to switch over from accounting to social work. And my mother was like, hell no. Okay. So I wasn't able, and nor did I, because I was in college at the time, and I was like, I'm ready to switch. Let me just move on over here. And no, it was not allowed. So FYI, that's just a little tidbit about me. So again, at that time, I felt like I wanted to move towards my gifts. And instead, what I did was I continued on my journey, and ultimately had different health issues, which then led me on my herbal journey, in essence. So just to kick it back on over to why we're here today, again, with the smudge bundles, what we did was we did a goddess ritual on October 1st, and I created an altar, a moon altar here. And hopefully you saw that on my Instagram already. And what we did was I created some moon water. So this is the moon water. So this is the after effect. It's still moon water. And actually here, it actually rained. So on the full moon, when it was at its highest peak at 5:05 Eastern Standard Time, it was drizzling and raining. So I was able to get some of the rain in here as well, the moon rain water. So this is some amazing water that I'm just going to use throughout the next 30 days or so, and just take a little bit of it each day. So I actually just brought it in today because we had more of the full moon yesterday. So I just kept it out there for like a full cycle. I wanted to keep it out there for a full 24 hours. But this is the outcome. And so what we're doing with the rainwater, with the moon water rather, and I also kept my crystals out there as well. So I had some crystals. Ooh, where are my crystals? Okay, so like I told you guys, I have quite a few things here, and now I can't find some of the stuff that I brought out here. But I also had my crystals out there as well. I had a crystal quartz. Oh, here it is. Okay. So I have the moon water, but while we were out there, I also had, I collected some of the rainwater as well. So what I did was, since this became moon water also, I put my crystal in my moon water. So again, allowing it to get the straight moon plus the moon water. And so I'm infusing it that way with the moon. So that's why I couldn't find it. I'm sorry, guys. So this is what I have. So this is just one of the crystal wands that I have, one of the clear quartz crystal wands that I have, and I put that in my moon water / rainwater. And so this is helping my crystals, and I have other crystals here as well. Like I even have the selenite crystal here, so you could just add that to your water. So you could do that and keep that with you. So that's one way of using your water. You can put your water into a spray like this in a spray bottle and just spray yourself. You can add a little lavender, add a little extra beautiful oils that you like I have all kinds of oils here, because if you guys don't know, I'm all about pouring back into you and also about feeding your skin. So I create natural body products also. So all of my natural body products, I always add beautiful scents to them. So I'm always creating something. If you guys haven't realized, I always love to create. So yes, you can put your moon water in a spray bottle like this and just spray yourself. You can create a toner, add a little witch hazel to it again, and just spray yourself, spray down your face or what have you. But what we did and what you didn't see me do, except for a little bit, was set the intentions into my moon water. So I set the intentions into my moon water. So if you guys saw the little replay, I tried to show you guys kind of how I set it up and what I was doing. And then I put up another video to explain to you what I was doing with the different energies that were around me at the time to create the moon atmosphere that I wanted for my moon ritual. And so what I did was I left all that out. I created my intentions into my water. So now this water has my intentions that I have for the next 30 days. So this is the intention that I want, everything that I wanted. So the intentionality is really to fill yourself back up. Again, with Graceful Healing Retreat, it's all about pouring back into you. How do you deplete yourself and now need to pour back into you? The reason why I am hashtag pour back into you with Graceful Healing Retreat is because I, again, realize that we do so much, especially the feminine. And it's not always, what is it called? It's not always understood. It's not always appreciated. It's not always, I just want to leave it at appreciated. It's not always appreciated. And as a result, then you don't appreciate all the time and effort that you put into everyone else. So this is all about the time you need to take to pour back into you. So the moon ritual is a great way to pour back into you. Of course, the products that we have been making last week, we made the honey bath. So I just want to show you, I still have my honey bath here. So I make honey baths on a regular basis anyway. As you guys see, we have the cinnamon in here. So if you haven't already, definitely go back and watch that video. We had a good time creating a honey bath. Someone sent me a picture of their honey bath. I loved it. I loved it. So thank you guys so much for sending me your pictures. But this is the honey bath I made last week. But I make honey baths on a regular basis. And I also make honey bath with CBD in it as well, so hemp in it also. Yes, hashtag pour back into you. Yes. And so I'm also the owner of CBDparty.com. So we also make CBD products there, also hemp-based products there as well. So with CBD Party, what we did was, and that's the only reason why I'm showing you this, is because when we went to the Goddess and we had our Goddess event, I also gave all the ladies some lavender. I gave all the ladies one of the CBD margaritas that we have. This is a hemp Cosmo. This is a margarita, basically. This is right here is the Cosmo. So we actually created a margarita out of it. So that was amazing. And so these little sample size you can get from the CBDparty.com. So we have so what I did was, and I just want to show you guys right now, it's not smoking anymore right now, but like I said, we are going to continue to smoke out and bring that energy in of love using our lavender. We are creating the lavender with the sage here today. So I'm going to make that as I continue to talk to you about why we're using it, why we're cleansing the energy. Okay, and you can smell the lavender in it, which I love. But again, I'm going to just show you really quickly. This is the lavender bundle. And this is a lavender bundle that I created earlier just to kind of show you guys the way it may look after you're done. You want to create it soft with soft leaves first. You said, are the Goddess rituals open to the public? As a matter of fact, we have a grand opening coming up actually on the Huntress full moon, October 31st. And that will be here at the retreat. So if you can go ahead and set up an appointment, you can set up a virtual appointment or you can be here. Then you can enjoy the next Goddess full moon ritual we're going to do. And it's in the Brandywine, Maryland area. So all you have to do is sign up and then you will get the address. So it's all exclusive. Everyone's not always allowed. Like I said, it's only for the Goddess goddess, divine feminine energy. So after you have set your appointment, then you will get the information to be here. So we are going to be inviting some of the public to come out here with us. So if you're interested, you definitely can just email me at gracefulhealingretreat@gmail.com, and then you can be there. Okay, absolutely. Yes, if you're local, absolutely. So all you have to do is reach out to me at my website, or you can DM me right here. It's October 31st. If you go to the website, you actually can sign up to have a virtual appointment here to where you can see some of the other products that we have in person, because the good part about the virtual appointments is the fact that you're able to actually see more than what's on the website. So we create a lot of things by hand, just off the whim. Like many times I meant to bring my soap over here. I have some soap over there. Many times when I just feel the loving energy come upon me, then I create. So when I create, I only create a little of whatever it is that I make, because I'm making out of it just strictly out of a loving energy. Everything that I create, I make out of a loving energy. But sometimes it's just this pure... there's just this pure loving energy that comes over me, and it just depends upon where I am in my goddess awakening. So it happens like once or twice a month, I can say, when it's at its peak, and I create different products out of that beautiful loving energy. So I may not create a lot. So a lot of the times you'll see those items that are also in the virtual healing. In the virtual appointments. Not only that, but then you're also able to choose what kind of crystals you like. So if we have, so as you guys know, we have all kinds of crystals, but for instance, if you want a crystal that looks like this, or a crystal that looks like this, or a crystal that looks a little, and pick the one based on your energy, those virtual appointments really help with that. So you can pick the one that you're feeling drawn to. So, and then of course, if you're here physically, you can pick again the crystals. A lot of the times I always say the best way to pick the best crystal for you is to hold it in your hand and identify what it is you want. Sometimes you want to use a pendulum and see if that's the one that your energy is feeling. So I have a pendulum as well, so I can actually see which ones may be best for you. So I would do those kind of things on the virtual appointments. I also have a staff of about 3 or 4, and so all of us will be available as well to help you with herbal remedies that you might need based on any ailments that you have. Again, I'm a hemp guru, so therefore we also have a good knowledge about the hemp and that world as well. So that's why I created the margaritas. That's why I also create the honey bath with the hemp in it. And that's why I also create different products. The mango body butter I create with the hemp as well. And these are just different things that I feel is great for the goddess energy, because again, you can use these things on your womb on a regular basis. Sometimes some of you may have reproductive issues like cramps and things of that nature. So I create different tonics for that as well. We also have vitamins for that. So all of that to say, whatever your needs are, they can be met with the different people that we have here that can assist you with that. So I keep feel like I'm going away from this, but it's all a part of why we want to create our little lavender bundles today. So I'm just going to show you guys some of the products that I have here that I brought here again as a result of the full moon. I just kind of wanted to show you guys some of the different things that I was doing as a result of the full moon. Again, you're cleansing your energy, you're cleansing your space, and then I also like to bring in good energy. I've always been taught that if you are needing to change something in your life, you just like, I just want to get rid of it. I always have been taught that you also need to pour something back in. So you may say, I want to get rid of unforgiveness, maybe, perhaps, right? And then you're like, okay, so I'm like, okay, we're going to get rid of unforgiveness, but we're going to also add a little more love, or we're also going to ask for more compassion, or we're going to also ask for more clarity so I can see what it is, so you can see, so you can feel what it is that you need to feel or see in order to help you with that lack of forgiveness, if that makes sense. And the only reason why I know all of this is because I've been there, done that, got a t-shirt in it, probably got 2 t-shirts in it. I'm just saying, okay? So all of this is really to kind of help you with your healing. And that's what we want to do. We want to help you with your healing, help you to get to the best place you can be and feel good about it. Okay. So if you guys have any questions, definitely know that I'm here to answer your questions. I am close enough to see the live, so I can let you know what I'm doing. So like I said, I have a bunch of, and I just want to show you what I have here. So what I have here today is I have a lot of lavender leaves. A lot of lavender leaves here. And this is just, and if you guys create sage, or if you've ever planted sage in your yard, usually is a green version of this. This here is white sage here, just to show you that. And this is what the Native Americans usually use. A lot of cultures use Palo Santo as well to cleanse their energy. So I also have this in my herb garden online. So if you look online under herbs, then you'll also find the white sage as well. So you can order the sage by little bundles. You can order it by the ounce. It's up to you. So I am using the white sage bundles that I have. And you could just take one piece of white sage bundle. This is one piece that just came that I pulled out. This is one sage that I'm using in creating it. But you can use this to cleanse your crystals. You don't have to have a full sage bundle like this to clear your crystals. As a matter of fact, because this is very airy, sometimes if it's packed too tight, this one is not packed too tight, but if it's packed too tight, all of that to say, it takes a little longer to burn. It may burn out a little quickly. So what you may also, both of these are great options. So you can just take a little piece of this and just go ahead and cleanse your crystals with it. You know, I also do that. So it burns just like, and I'm pulling out my handy dandy tea light candle here. I just wanted to bring a little tea light so you guys could see. And it burns just like, it burns just like it. So what you want to do is let it burn a little bit, maybe for a couple seconds, and you want to blow it out. And then that's how you get the smoke you need to cleanse your energy. So this here is straight white sage, okay? So I would keep it right in front of you, but I'm putting it over here. But again, like I said, I have my windows open. So hopefully you can see the whole purpose is to get the energies, move it in and move it out. Okay, so I was trying to show you. I don't know if you guys can see. I have the window open here. Let me move this pillow. My little handy dandy Graceful Healing Retreat pillow. I love it. Can you guys see the window open here? And so what you want to do is you want to cleanse the energy, but also what you want to do is let the energies go out. So you want the energies to be in essence, and go out. So what you're doing is you're cleansing out any negative energy around your space, around your crystals. So whenever you get, this smells so good too. So whenever you get a new crystal even, you might want to do that as well. If you get a new crystal, you may want to cleanse that energy also. I want to open up the window a little more, guys. Can you see? I want to open up the window a little more just so you guys can see. So again, you want to use this energy, and you can use a feather, like we have feathers. You can use that to kind of get the energies around and move the energies around. Because again, you have to move the energies in and out. So you need a door or something to bring these energies out. That's all I'm saying. And even when I get a new deck of cards or anything like that, you just want to, you can see it? Okay, great. Thank you. So even if you get a new deck of cards or something like that, you might want to cleanse that energy as well. So anything that you're doing in the spiritual arena, one of the things I felt guilty about was the fact that I did all of the things that I did, and I wasn't explaining all of the other things that I do. I'm sorry about that. I wasn't explaining all of the other things that I do in order to keep my energy, my space clear, and to keep my energy where it needed to be and up to par. So with my background, I speak in tongues, I speak in other languages, I am a medium, another word is an intuit, psychic, whatever you want to call it. And when I get these messages and I have certain people or certain entities or certain spirits, souls, angels coming into my coming into my space, what I like to do is make sure I'm cleansed at all times. Even people coming into your space, they have attachments and things of that nature. So all of these things are great for transmuting that energy. All of that to say. So, all right, guys. So let's go ahead and get started with making it. I keep talking about it, right? But I also want you to know how to use it. So also on the website, I just want to show you that I also have other types of bundles. Some of these bundles, like I said, have crystals on them. So this one here has the rose quartz on this sage bundle, and this is a smaller one. If you notice that, that's really cute, right? And so it also is wrapped with beautiful flowers is there as well. And then you also have your lovely rose quartz. Now, rose quartz is all about healing your heart. I actually have a rose quartz necklace on right here. A friend of mine, I got it from, she's amazing, Barbara. If you want her information, I can give it to you. But she has beautiful jewelry with silver that's handmade jewelry. So I very often wear my rose quartz. I also have clear quartz that I wear. I wear all kinds of different things, okay, for different protection. What I noticed, and just going back to, again, just an innate sensibility, I noticed that when I was younger, remember I worked, when I was in college even, I worked for, I don't know if anybody remembers Service Merchandise, but this is a store from back in the day, okay? So this is how old I am. Does anybody remember Service Merchandise? I mean, it's no longer in business and hasn't been, I want to say ever since I graduated. But I worked there in the jewelry department, and I always gravitated towards smoky quartz. I knew nothing about this life, again, because it was not nurtured as while I was a youngster. So I wasn't able to cultivate my gifts at that time. So all I knew was I was gravitating towards smoky quartz. It was certain jewelry that I just loved. Okay, you don't understand. Like, it was almost like an obsession with certain ones. You said you remember them? It was a great store. I loved it. And I loved the jewelry. They had all kinds of things in there. And so it was just certain things that I gravitated towards. And one of the things that I always remember is I gravitated towards this ring that they had that had smoky quartz in it. It was probably a gold ring with a smoky quartz, probably about this big. And it was huge, and it just set up so beautiful. But I just thought I loved it because it was just beautiful. But I did not realize until later on in life when I learned about the different crystals, because it was an organic stone. It was not a chemically made stone. It was an organic stone from the earth. I had no idea that smoky quartz helped you with protection. I had no idea. Guys, did you hear that? That was my little puppy. He just sneezed. Come here, Prince. You want to say hi? Want to say hi? Let me put this to the side. Want to say hi? Say hi. You say hi? This is my baby Prince. Say hey. Yeah, get out my face. Move. Okay, I love you. Yeah, move. I just had to show you him because he's running around the whole time. You might have even seen him in the last live. He was just all behind me. But yes. So while I was there, I had no idea that I needed smoky quartz. And smoky quartz is for protection, protecting your spirits, protecting your space. I was just a college student, just having a good time. By the way, I loved my college life, but y'all can have it. But I don't need to go back to my 20s. Like some people are like, I want to go back and get my 20s back. No, I don't. I'm good. I felt like I was kind of gullible back then. So I don't want that back. But I loved my college years. I loved working at Service Merchandise, and I loved jewelry. And I had no idea that I was loving the stone because I needed the stone. And so what I noticed, again, following my innate sensibility for everything in my life, or I want to say for a lot of things in my life, because it's a lot of times where I made a left when I should have made a right. But when you follow your intuition, your innate sensibility, Spirit always guides you. God always guides you. You're never going without. You're never alone. You're never by yourself. So I feel like I'm talking too much, but I'm sorry. I hope this, if you want me to move on, I'll move on. But let me just go back to the sage and the and the lavender bundle we're making. Okay. So, but all of that to say, you want to follow your innate sensibility. So, whatever gravitates towards you. Lavender gravitated towards me. I love lavender for some reason, so I continue to do everything lavender based. So I have lavender oils. I put lavender in my butters and my oils that I carry. I just love lavender, but everybody doesn't love lavender. So, another plant that you can use instead of lavender is you can also use juniper, rosemary, to also create your bundles. So if you're not a lavender fan, then you can also use other plants to create your bundles or to help you with your bundle. So like I said, on the website, you will find that we have the straight white sage, so you can create your own bundles with the straight white sage and other beautiful plants that you have here as well. So I'm using lavender today. Like I said, you can use other things. So I would say maybe go shop around in your yard, see what plants that you have. If you grow sage, then go ahead and get some regular green sage if you want to do it that way as well. So these are other options, but usually white sage is the preferred for cleansing your energy, FYI. So we're going to create one here with the lavender. So we're going to be getting rid of energies that we no longer need, and we're going to be imparting the lavender loving energy, opening up our third eye, our crown chakra. I'm also going to be adding some of my moon crystal to this as well, my moon selenite crystal to this as well. So this is the one that was in the moon water. And so we're infusing the moon essence here with this bundle as well. So by the time we get done, it's going to look more like this bundle here. And then what we're going to do is dry it once we're done, which means you can leave it out to dry. So this would be a great bundle to use if you're trying to bring forth energy by I want to say November 16th. Hello, by the way. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Hello. If you have any questions, let me know. So this is a great bundle to use during the next new moon cycle even, okay? So this is something I love myself. So you can either get the white sage bundles that we already have created. You can get your own white sage and create your own bundles with it and add all these beautiful essences to it. Or you can create just one straight, like this one here has the white sage here in it, and it also has the lavender leaves here. So we're going to, and the outcome of it will look something like this. This was a smaller one that I made, and I put roses in this one as well. This is again the lavender leaves with the roses. And again, all you have to do is burn it like we've been burning it so far, just so you guys can see how it burns. It still has a great burn to it. I'm trying not to burn it too much but I opened my window, so I'm good. So this is the lavender one. And you can even smell the lavender. That's what I love about it. You can even smell it. It's beautiful. So we're going to make here the lavender bundles today with the sage in it. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, I keep saying let's get started, but I keep telling you more about why we're using the products we're using. So again, with the lavender bundle that we have, so I'm using a lot of the lavender leaves that I already have for my yard. I also have some fresh roses here. I don't know if you guys can see the roses that I have here. So I have some roses that were coming to its end. So I was just simply letting it fall into my bundle. So you can add more of the roses. Do you guys see it falling? So I just shake it in. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So these are beautiful. Look at that. So you're getting nice big rose petals in it. Isn't that gorgeous? Right into your sage, your sage / lavender bundle. Some of them fell on the floor, so I'm just picking them up. So I'm going to pack all of these together before we wrap it. So I'm just adding all the things that I want in my bundle. So I'm adding also my sage here. So we have the white sage in here also. And I don't want to pack it too tight because we do want it to be airy. We do want it to smoke well. So we're going to get some more leaves. So I'm just going to keep adding to it till I just get to a place where I'm happy. I mean, again, this is just something you can do. Personally, I like to sew. I like to just do any little activities. Like I said, even when I make my body butters, my oils, when I make different products, I just love to make them. So this is a good time to not just be so hard on yourself, but rather to just add whatever you feel like you need. And again, your intentionality is going into this as well. So you want to add whatever it is that you need, whether it be the sage. So we have the white sage in here, the lavender in here, if you want to add a little more sage. And like I said, we have our twine here. So I'm going to use twine today, but it's easier if you could just get a white string of some sort. This could be like white thread. Like I said, this is one that's already created. But we're making one personally for me. I'm making one personally for me, and you make one personally for you, so it can cleanse the energies and bring forth the energies that you want. So this in combination with my moon water is what I'm going to use for the new moon. So again, because I want to set new intentions during the new moon. We have the Huntress moon that's coming October 31st, where we'll have our grand opening goddess night here. So I look forward to that as well, okay? So let's just go ahead and keep on going. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, thank you so much. You said that one looks pretty also. Which one? Which one did you like? This one here? This one right here actually has the amethyst in it. So this is a white smudge bundle with amethyst. And oh, this is the one with amethyst. And then I also have one with the rose quartz, which is beautiful. So this one here is the one with the rose quartz. So this is a sage bundle. So again, it's all about the intentionality. What is it that you want to get from this bundle? So you're clearing out energy, and then you're also wanting to bring in new energy. Oh, this one here, yes. So this one here is the rose quartz. It might be delayed, but this one here is about the loving energy. So you want to get rid of any, because one of the things I really feel strongly about is everyone's sense of love is different. So even if you have any negative energies around maybe a loved one who feels like they're loving you properly or loving you in a loving way, but it's not too loving, this is a good way of getting rid of some of that energy as well and bringing in new loving energy. Again, speaking over it, moving it around your home, moving around the people, moving around the energies, using it for those reasons. So I'm going to add a crystal to my bundle. My bundle that I'm going to add to it is going to be the selenite crystal that I have from the moon, from the full moon that we had, the Hunter's moon. And I'm going to use that in cleansing my energy over the next month and bringing forth the love. Because again, the lavender helps bring in that loving energy and opening up your crown chakra, your third eye chakra, and all that good stuff. So let's see. So I'm going to continue to make it. So I'm not going to pack it too tight, guys, but you just want to have fun with it. And these are pieces of lavender that I just got out of my yard because I was actually pruning my lavender bushes. And I just said, I didn't want it to go to waste. I wanted to use it. And that's what I've just been doing a lot of lately, just using everything that's around me. This is straight lavender. Okay, guys. So, and once we get our and right now it's looking pretty good. I love it. It's coming together nicely. Again, you don't have to have it perfect. We have the roses in here. We have the lavender in here. And so all we're going to do is, let's see if there's anything else I want to use here. So I have some more roses that I may want to add because I think I want to wrap it in the roses as well. So I'm going to put the roses right in here because this is where I'm also going to put my crystal. So I'm just going to wrap, and this is soft. Everything is soft. So what we're going to do is let it dry, and there are multiple ways you can get it to dry, guys. So you can dry them. I did a quick way. You can dry it in the oven under like warm or 100 degrees. Do a quick dry if you like to do that. That's what I did with this one because I was trying to see how much time did I have. So, but you can let this one dry. You can just have it hanging in the sunlight, let it dry over time, and then get it to where you wanted to get as well. But what I did with this one, the one that I made kind of quickly, was I dried it and then really quickly in the oven, probably like at 100 or so, but it dries fairly quick. And it was ready to burn. And so it's prepared to burn. It got rid of all the moisture that was in the leaves, and that's kind of what you need to do in order to burn it the way you need to burn it. So right now, my bundle is coming out kind of like this. And if you want to trim it a bit, because I have some scissors here, you can trim it a bit, give it the look that you want. This one's already dry, which is actually a good thing for my bundle. So you guys see that? I hope you like that. Isn't that cute? I love that. Isn't that cute? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the twine. And I'm going to add a few more pieces of, this is the white sage from my website. So I'm adding some more white sage in there. So I'm just adding that right here at the base. And I'm going to start my twine right here. And we're going to start wrapping it around. So we want to get it tight here at the base. And anything else that we don't want, we can just cut it off or take it off. But we can form it later. But we want to make sure this is nice and tight, especially at the base here. So as you see, I'm just kind of tightening it here. And then I'm going to take it up a little bit, guys, and just start wrapping it up. So as you'll see, it'll start creating the bundle-like look that you're looking for. And again, I'm using twine here, but you can use just whatever it is that you want. So, and by the time it dries, it's going to dry the way you need it to dry. Okay. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I just feel so good about this right now. Do you guys feel like this looks crazy? But I feel like it looks so good. It just looks so earthy, and with my roses and my lavender, I just feel like that's just so cute. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to tie it right here at the end, because I want to kind of get it nice and tight here at the end. I want to leave it a little airier up here in the top, because we don't want to make it too compact to where we're not burning the way we want to burn. Because it will basically smolder the smoke, the fire in the bundle to where you'll keep having to light it. So you want to keep it somewhat airy. Did we have a question? Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you, Miss Alchemy. I appreciate it. I think it's cute. It reminds me like of a fairy bundle. I'm just thinking fairies right now. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to find where I started, and I'm going to try to just tie it into what's left. Because what I like to do is just tuck it right under where I started it. So I'm going to do this, but since I'm going to add my crystal, what you can do is get like a glue gun, and then just tack it right here, and then we'll add our crystal to it. Where did my crystal go, guys? Where did I put my crystal? Oh, here it is. Okay, my selenite crystal. And then what I'll do is just tack that there, get a glue gun, and tack that there. Okay, so that's how we'll just end it off. But I want to cut it before I do this. I kind of want to just cut it. Just get all the strings off so everything can look a little more put together, in essence, kind of the way you may want it. But I think it looks good. And this is your sage bundle. And this is a sage lavender bundle. And you don't see a lot of the sage in here. You see more of the lavender, but the sage is on the inside. And then we have the roses for love, upliftment. We have the lavender for spiritual healing, opening up. I feel good about this bundle. I don't know about y'all, but I feel good about my bundle, okay? So this is the bundle that I made earlier, and this is the bundle that I just made. So this one here has more flowers in it. This one doesn't have the roses in it. And both of these I'm going to bake. And actually one, I think I might let it just sit out and dry naturally. And then the other one, I will just let it and bake it quickly. But that's why I wanted to bake this in advance for you guys, so you can see how it works. So let me just show you one more time how you're gonna, use your lavender bundle. So this is your lavender, right? You have the fire here. And what you want to do is just let it, I would say keep the fire on there for maybe about 10 to 20 seconds if you need to. It just depends upon if it's fully dried or not. Certain pieces may come up a little faster than others, and you may have to blow it out. And then you can just use this around your house, bringing forth that loving energy again. And so I just love this, guys. And this one right here has the roses in it, as well as the lavender. And again, we have the twine here also. So you can use string or twine. This one has the roses in it also. So this has the rose and the lavender. And it does smell differently. It actually smells beautiful. The smell of lavender, it actually burns beautifully. So again, bringing in that loving energy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions, just let me know. When I went to my goddess event with the other ladies, we had about, I want to say, we had about 7 goddesses that were there for our full moon ritual that we had the other day for full moon for October 1st. So we had different age groups from age 5 on up to my age. So we had a little bit of the margarita. We had, actually this is a hemp-based margarita here, but this has no liquor in it. This is just the margarita mix. It's actually similar to how you would use a tincture, but you put this right into your drink, and it's water soluble. So you can add water to it, and you can just make your own little drink. This is one of the things that you can buy if you are actually in a virtual shopping, or if you're actually here at Graceful Healing Retreat to where you're shopping in person. So there's certain things we don't have online that we only have during the virtual shopping or in the in-person shopping here. But due to COVID, we have been moving more towards the virtual shopping. So we had a little bit of the hemp-based margarita. We kind of let our hair down. We had some cards going on. We were identifying the energies that some people may need to get rid of, because sometimes when you're trying to identify, what is it that I want to get rid of? What is the energy that I don't like? Sometimes it's hard to identify why you don't like a thing. And so sometimes you may need to actually have someone help you. And especially since we're dealing with the younger generation as well, we're trying to help them cultivate their own gifts and understand their gifts. So in the process, what I did, and if you guys noticed, I think I put a little picture up, so hopefully you guys saw it. It was so cute. Oh, I'm about to shut down, by the way. It's been almost an hour. I have like 23 seconds remaining. So I just wanted to let you know, check out the picture, check out the website. But also come out for our next full moon ritual and ceremony. Come prepared with your own lavender bundles, and we can have a good time and actually have a goddess ceremony. I loved you guys. Blessings, love, and light. Bye-bye.